Right, hello everyone. Welcome to a rematch. It is Andy Devo's Necro versus Le Marseille's Norse. Part 2. But this time we've got two dogs. And I reckon this is the game where Mighty Blow does something. I reckon. But we got two puppies. I'm really excited about the double puppy. Have you got any other extra skills? Nope. This is the same team as before.
Ishku just subscribed with Prime. Hi YouTube.
Hello Ishku. Thank you very much indeed for the Prime. 6 months. Glorious. I'm sure this game will be different for reasons. It'll be different. It'll be fine.
Cheeky Jimmy just cheered 100 bits. Double puppy, when one pile of shit on the carpet just isn't enough.
I can't wait for Claw to work. Well, there are two targets for Claw here. All right, we've got these two targets here. This will be fun. And I'm not going to use the ghoul as a ball carrier. I'm going to use one of the puppies as a ball carrier because we need to score on them. So it'll be puppy and a blodge on the outside of the cage is better than wolf on the inside. I can't wait for Mighty Blow to work. It's currently game. What game is this? What's the record thing say? 6, 7. Is this game 8? Let's have a look. Yeah, this is game 8. Mighty Blow is yet to work in any game.
Javier Des 3 just subscribed with Prime. How's that Mighty Blow going?
Not as good as we'd hoped, frankly. Don't worry. It'll be fine. Right. Not really sure what I want to do with this Zombo. Probably put him here. We've got 2D, 2D, 2D. It's clever. The wolf was stood there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, that's a bad idea. All right. The opponent's got an extra reroll. Well, we know where the blitz is. Wow.
This is my boomstick!
There's a pow. Glorious. Never mind. It's the ball has been picketed up, it did. Well done, everyone. It's a hell of a lot of scrimmage, yeah. And he says, don't worry, Andy, I'll carry the team. Is that you on the far corner? It is, isn't it? Wow. Wow. Once the puppies get blocked, we'll be in a much better place. Also, 8 games in, and 1 Flesh Golem's got 2-star player points. That's pretty bad. Can't wait for kick on a wolf again. Hmm. 2 minutes to score on them. Yeah. That game's in and no wolf skills. Yeah. Hi chat. What's better for Necro? 2 reroll 2 wolf and 3 reroll 1 wolf. I like 3 reroll 1 wolf if that's what you're offering me as my choice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we just surf this, don't we? Just surf this. I don't see a reason why do we need to complicate this? I don't think we do we? Right. Let's just push the mighty blow out of the bit on the bin. That will give me strength 4, 5, 6 versus 3, 4, 5. Fine then. Mighty blow can go in the corner. Definitely don't need to do anything else, right? Because it's currently strength 4, 5, 6 versus 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's still 2. Corner. Go on, Ziggy. Good lad. Mighty blow did that. Use a wolf and get both. I didn't want to risk it go wrong. And we also get counter surfed because we have to create a box here. So let's say I rolled. So the first hit was was gate 8. The go for it then pushes me here for 9. And then I can go for it back to where the flesh golem is. I think we get counter punched at that point. So I chose to not use the wolf and not try and take on the double surf. I didn't want to put one of the 2 puppies at risk. Ultimately. Quincy says, I don't want to hear your excuses. I just want to see double surfs. Oh, it's Euro 2025 rules. Oh, right. Okay. Well, I think... So I reckon that the all 8 positionals, 2 block, wolves, splitting the sure hands and the wrestle on the ghouls is fine. And I also quite like, having like kind of looked at it a little bit and thought about it a bunch, the block dodge werewolf that Thulian built. I quite like that. I think that's quite an interesting build. And that's one werewolf. It's interesting. I know you're going to stand up. Yes. Put the guard in there. Might be able to fix both of these, and I can punch that in the face. Or I can stick the guard in there and punch that in the head. Doesn't do a great deal. Make me feel happier. Guard goes in there. I think we go wider. Where's the fend one? Stuck there. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8. Stand there. There. Hey! People are stunned. Nice. And we're threatening to run away on the far right. Nice lord. Maybe. But we are threatening to run away now, which is nice. Now our Norse opponent has got to come over here. We are going a little bit soon. Turn 4 is a little early to be potatoing off, but I think we can not ignore this double stun. Who needs Mighty Blow when you've got zombies? The Mighty Blow, the zombies have done just a generally better job than the Mighty Blow so far. I think that's not enough. I think that needed to come over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Be like, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. I don't think we can do anything with the guns and whatnot now. Disappointingly. You in there? Blitz this because I want to put the guard in here. Any frenzy? Any frenzy? Not too soon to go. Probably is, right? This is too soon. I have to suck it up. Four rerolls. I don't think you give a shit about throwing a 1D. We've left 2D on the ball. Whoops. All needed to be in here. Or there. Ideally kind of here, actually. He should be able to clear this. He should be able to make a hole. We can expect to get punched. Depends on the dice here, first of all. Wow. Wow. If that guy had just walked to there, you open with a 2D here, and depending on what happens, you can get through. You haven't moved this guy yet. Then you can, if you're feeling fruity, you can do a 1D here to drag this guy down. Now these two haven't moved. Then you've got a gap through, and then you can get 2D and 2D on the table. Do I want to try and surf that? What are we on, turn 5? No, we probably do need to walk forwards. Push it. Or I can blitz it and push it to there. Follow. Push it to there. There. Ball has to stand there, but then we've got nothing to do anything with. Mind. 1. That goes in there, that gives me 2. They're too far away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Or I can blitz it to there and to there. We're going to come around the top and bonk it in the head. Nice. I go to there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Push it to there. Push it to there. Ball ends there. That's fine. Ball ends there. Shit. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. This is terrible. Oh no. I only got one reroll left. Sorry, I've got no rerolls left. You fucking disaster. You took an extra square to blitz that you didn't need to. Really? He was stood here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I didn't. I did need that extra square. He was stood there, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I did need it. It was 7 squares. Which is a bad idea, is what it actually was. Fundamentally, it was a bad idea. It was too expansive. The team isn't ready to do that sort of stuff yet. But it genuinely was a bad idea. And it'll cost me the game. It's certainly going to cost me the drive. Oh yeah, it was a bad idea. That's the first removal that Mighty Road Wraith has caused. Bad news, it was himself.
My, what a magnificent catastrophe you got there. Is it yours?
On catastrophe, yes. Yes. Nearly no version of this that we get away with this now. Annus Firmus. Not conceding is a win here. It's not mine. Can't even surf that. That puppy has to stand up. Blitz. Yep. Yep. 2D over here. Yeah. My bad. Shouldn't have done the silly thing. We're now paying for it. But in this game, he's 3 pieces up and positionally up and has 3 rerolls to 0. Right. If he doesn't score from this, this will be a bit of a disaster. He absolutely should be scoring from this situation. Why not surf the star player? What star player? No, I couldn't last turn. There was no surf. Good effort from L-Plate, but sadly no dice. Still fucked. Still very fucked. You're of no use to me. You're in the wrong place. Yeah. Fucked. Oh dear. We now need a load of 3+s. We now need a load of 3+s. What is the likeliest 3+ to work? That's 1 into 2. Here, isn't it? 1 into 2. Cockhead. You fucking cockhead. Oh. Oh well. As I said, we'll be incredibly lucky to not go down 1-0 at the half. And we're now a wolf down and potentially 2 down. If I don't get both the KOs back, this is probably just rack them up again and start a new game. Well. Didn't find the Kapowski. That can go there. That can blitz this. Now that would have been very nice. Not trivial. 3+3+ handoff. 4+ pickup. Oh yeah, it's not trivial, this. I think you blitz the flesh golem as much as you want to blitz the wolf. The correct play is to blitz the flesh golem. Hoping we'd roll a 1 in 9 there, get rid of the reroll, but never mind. He's going for it. Well, actually, you can do both now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you should have done both. Right, it's 3-3-3 to score. It's 3-3 to score. It's 3 to score. Well, I was thinking about the concede, and actually it's not currently worth conceding, because if I'm trying to do a sprint run, it's 20 games. I need the development on the team, and having almost halfway through the run and 3 out of my 4 positionals being, well, in fact, no, include the 2 wolves. 1 out of 6 positionals having any skills on it is a trick, is completely unacceptable. And I think we'll pay for it towards the end of the run. So I think, although I haven't actually, I know the meme is we've been conceding and stuff, but we haven't. But I think that I suspect what we'll find is between game 14 and game 20, when we get matched on people in games played, we'll just get we'll get crushed, because of the some of the wins we've had have been concession wins where we've picked up nothing, and then randoming on the 2 positionals has hurt us. Yeah, we're going to get horrifically outclassed come 4 or 5 games time. Well, Cosmic Goal indeed. Yeah, on paper we have Dangerous White that in theory would do really well in this matchup. Like, on paper he's terrifying. Well, he's got sidestep as well, and foul appearance. Unfortunately, he's a cardboard cutout of a good player. Yes. He's what a good player could have been. No, because the AI is not good enough, and you're better off just having the extra points. Well, it's the conceded point on the ladder or not is what are you trying to achieve? Make the ladder achieve that fundamentally is what is it? Because is it a quick match feature, right? Or is it trying to be a competitive gameplay location which sorts all the player base and says all the good players go and play in one pot and all the new players go and play in another pot, right? What are you trying to achieve? And you cannot have all of it. You can't have both. So as a quick match pot, fine. I think the ladder in its current form for using it as a quick match is fine. Do I have a YouTube tutorial about defense? Probably, actually. Yeah, go and Google defensive setups and stuff. I'm sure I have some. Well, Rookie, yes, that is fundamentally the problem with it. It's not a competitive environment.
As well as I should like, and I like less than half as well as you deserve.
It is possible to commit no mistakes and still lose.
Isn't it just? Good turn. Yeah, it's great. Loved it. The turn was strong with this one. Well, but Trev, actually, if you think about it, right, does there actually need to be a concede disincentive program? Because I don't think that I've flip-flopped a little bit about this, and I've also thought about it a fair bit. And my initial stance point was concedes are bad. We should punish people for conceding. Don't ruin my game. But actually, if you think about concedes, I think a little bit more. Concedes happen when people believe that the game that they're in is ruined, as in they have no more chance of winning, or they can't extract any form of value from the game. And nobody likes playing in a game that they are locked into that is pointless, right? And we're not even talking about a game that's short. We haven't even covered those ones, Rookie, but yes. So if you're locked into a game that you deem as pointless, That can't be fun. Well, it isn't fun, is it, right? 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're going to bash at both of those. I'm going to get off the floor. I'm actually going to get you off. Set this up last turn. This is on you. I need to make something happen here. Yeah, I know. I know. Hence me doing the something. This punishes new players who are bad and decentralizes them from playing more. Yeah, in a progression style format, the players that are really good are able to extract an incredible amount of value at the very beginning of the game, and the players that are bad extract very little value from it. You are very correct. And that is quite debilitating, I think, for newer players. So if you go back to why do people concede, list reasons why you think people concede. Right? Why do people concede? There's no fun. Yeah.
Shiratokai just cheered 100 bits. If people want / need a defensive setup guide done by Andy Davo, may I present to you this gem?
The rage quitting, yeah. So the rage quitting is the output, but why did they rage quit? So they think the game's unwinnable, to avoid injuries, team preservation. Yep. So avoiding injuries, looking after the team. Something came up. It feels hopeless with prevailing the team. Says nerf. Yeah, that's 3. Right, says he's got a 3rd orc team in a row. That's unfortunate. 1 bad dice roll. It's for someone, sure. They don't want to suffer the consequences of basing the opponent. So look at that young, clear-eyed Davo. What have you actually linked me there, Shirato? Thank you for the cheer, by the way. Holy shit! My God, this is old. 7 years ago. Wow. Wowee. Yeah, that is old. That. Wowzers. Mighty, absolutely not. Sorry, blow. Yes. Not wrong about the onus being on me. is, got a lot we can do. So if you rule those through three, take those three examples. Something comes up in real life, you can't do anything about that. That happens in all. So you can discount that from the reason pot because it happens. You should also probably not punish people for it because there's no surefire way of turning people off your game than not giving them any leeway whatsoever for real life shit happening to them, and an instant punishment is probably bad. Now, that does mean that everyone gets a little leeway, but I think that is important. Protecting your team, yes, okay. Tactical concessions. So, tactical concessions, again, you probably don't want to allow too much of this, because if you just, the moment I didn't receive, punish, let me get out of here, then that's really bad too. But an element of tactical conceding should be allowed. The last one, the fun element, is the one that's contentious, I think. And if you are not allowing, you're forcing people to play in an environment which is unfun, then why they won't play again. And there's two sides to the surrender. There's the surrenderer and there's surrenderee. Surrenderer. So the person who got surrendered to, if you get very little from it, you will feel robbed. So giving the person an appropriate reward would be a good idea, i.e. double MVP, or person holding ball gets a free touchdown. Probably are two very, very easy and amicable situations to code and solve. So I actually am a proponent of giving a player a concession benefit and allowing people to concede kind of as they are now. So actually, what would I change? Very little. But what I would do that is currently not really in the game that I'm aware of is I would absolutely reward streaking in the game, i.e. seeing out your games. And I would make a big thing of it, that you get more Blood Pass XP for every completed game that you play after the first one. And maybe you can see a little power-up bar along the bottom, right? So for every game you play, you get 5% more, and it plays up to 50%. Yeah, a streak multiplier. Because now you're rewarded for playing. Maybe you get extra weekly quests if you stay and play all your games. Right. What do you all think? Bad idea? Good idea? Crazy idea? That'll be an actual removal, but never mind. There's my D on the ball gone. Mine. Never mind. We've got no D going that way. Stand up now. Oh, bad.
Chaos Welly just subscribed for 44 months.
Yes, Welly, thank you very much indeed for 44 glorious months. Thank you very much indeed. Wow. They're missing design learning since 2016. I don't know an awful lot about the questing system, but they don't strike me as very complicatedly well put together. They won't change it with a chat feature. Ha ha ha! Yeah, we're never getting chat feature. I think this is an issue that plagues all games at competitive levels. I feel like the onus should align with choosing to assume most people want to play fairly. There will always be some who ruin it for others, but this should be an exception. I'd be happy just to make conceding give the other team something like double MVP. Yes. There should be a quick match format you can leave whenever you like it. Well,
brand new banger.
That's this.
Groomy TV just followed.
You want a competitive format arrangement? Well, Machina, so what you're talking about there, Machina, is exactly the problem that I've been trying to talk about elsewhere, which is that the ladder is being used as a competitive environment, i.e. here's how you get your World Cup tickets, but it is not a competitive environment, and that mismatch is causing the arguments and disagreements at within the competitive players, right? And that's when I opened this conversation. I said, what is matchmaking? Is it a quick match feature, or is it a competitive environment? Because it's a competitive environment, you need redraft, you need getting rid of horrible, vile, being able to play 90 games to craft a master-crafted team. There's a whole heap of things that don't work very well. But if it's a quick match feature, fine, just leave it as is. Well, Machina, we don't currently have that. The one thing that the matchmaker in 3 does that 2 didn't is that new players very rarely... I don't walk into new players at all. Why? Because I can't. Hmm. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7. So with a double rush, we could get a 5+. We could get 2D, 2D. I think that's the play. This is the play. I'm not going to like it very much, but I think this is the play. Nice. Let's have the free 2 dice that I've got here. Fine. As much as I don't think this matters, let's go and put you in there anyway. We might get lucky. Go on, cauliflower. Go in there. Well done. Well done. I don't know about the current season, but a few seasons ago, people were queuing into 20+ game teams when they had 1 or 2. Yeah. So, the Machina, that's gone, as far as I'm aware. Gerazimo says Sinai should be doing a lot more to onboard new players. Yes, there is no current information on this, but I know Cyanide are very aware of this problem, and it will not be. I would be surprised if it stays like that permanently. And onboarding, I would say, is also something like just as simple as, you know, the arena templates. There aren't any arena templates. I've physically made some and sent them to Cyanide and said, use these, because whether you disagree or say, oh, they're the best templates or the worst templates or just moderate templates, the fact that they would be in the game, and I did them for Season 7 as well, and said, here you go, here's Season 7 templates. And I'm genuinely disappointed that they're not in the game. Because they should be. It's relatively trivial to put them in the game, and a huge quality of life improvement for people who need them. So I should be a newbie ladder to prevent people playing an actual ladder. Yeah, I don't hate that at all, JLev. Don't hate that at all. In fact, let me reframe. I actually actively support that idea. This has been nothing but a loss, and just a long drawn out loss. Played Norse twice. How many casualties caused? 0. Not being able to play out in a match in a competitive environment where you develop your team playing in a match is problematic. The problem, I think, is that the problem is if you get 6 concedes in a row and now you're on game 7 and I'm being matched with people who've played other game 7s and I've had no development because all of my development has been stolen from me because concede, which is what's happened in this team. And then you ask me to go and play against someone who is playing a competitive team that has played all the matches. That's where I take considerable problem with it. I don't like that at all. I think that is unfair. If concessions make no difference whatsoever, couldn't give a shit. This is ridiculous. There's something wrong with this team. I cannot believe it just cannot cause damage. Like, it's just impossible for it to cause damage. It just doesn't do it. How many blocks we throw in that game? 50? Oh, you got no damage. None. Yeah, literally another 50 blocks. How? How are we doing no damage? This is incredibly infuriating. Might play into Amazon. Oh well, that's our first loss. So we're on 6-1-1. Never mind. And that is the match finished, everyone. Yeah, we are going through an incredible, like, how does it do no damage? 38, none. Didn't cause one in that game. 32, that's bad. Some of these are concessions. 50. Inflicted casualties 2. Great. I'm not. 43. Allegedly 2. $43, none. We didn't cause 3. We genuinely did not cause 3. $46, 1. And alright, we hadn't got Mighty Blow in this game. Oh, it's concession. Never mind.